me tell you what does not work first. Eye contact tips, mirroring techniques, repeating someone's name 3 times in a conversation so they feel seen, memorizing openers, practicing a handshake, standing in a power pose before you walk into a room. None of it works. Not in any lasting way. And if you have ever tried any of these things and felt like you were wearing a costume that did not quite fit, the discomfort was your gut telling you the truth. The reason most advice about being likable fails is because it starts in the wrong place. It starts on the outside and works inward. But genuine likability, the kind where people genuinely enjoy being around you, want to talk to you, remember you, trust you, that never starts on the outside. It starts from something much deeper. And today I'm going to break it down in a way that will actually change how you show up, not just in romantic situations, but in every area of your life. There are 3 qualities at the core of every genuinely magnetic person: presence, warmth, and groundedness. Most people have fragments of 1 or 2. The men who are truly compelling to be around have developed all 3. And here is the important part. None of them are performances. All of them are states. Internal states that you build over time, not tricks you switch on before a conversation. Let us go through each one. The first quality is presence. There is a story about 2 politicians who ran against each other in an election. A journalist who had met both of them was asked what she thought. She said the first man made her feel like he was the most important person in the room. The second man made her feel like she was. The second man won. That story is not about politics. It is about the single most powerful thing you can offer another human being in a conversation: your full, undivided attention. Most people are not present when someone else is talking. They are waiting. They are preparing their response. They are thinking about how they are coming across. They are half listening while their mind is 3 steps ahead. And people feel that absence even when they cannot name it. They walk away from conversations feeling vaguely unsatisfied without knowing why. When you are genuinely present, something shifts. The person talking to you feels it immediately. They feel heard. Not just listened to, but actually received. And that feeling is so rare that when someone experiences it, they want more of it. They gravitate toward you. They open up more than they plan to. They remember the conversation long after it ended. Presence is not a technique. You cannot fake it, but you can build it. It starts with one simple decision every time someone speaks to you. Stop preparing your response and just listen. Trust that what you say afterward will come naturally. It always does. The men who are most interesting to talk to are almost always the ones who listen the most deeply, not the ones who talk the most skillfully. The second part of presence is comfort, your own comfort. When you're relaxed in your own body, in your own space, in your own skin, the people around you relax too. Tension is contagious. So is ease. A man who is comfortable with himself, who does not fidget or over-explain or perform, creates a kind of gravity. People settle around him. They breathe easier. They feel like they do not have to perform either. You do not get that by following a list of body language rules. You get it by genuinely making peace with yourself, by deciding that you have the right to take up space, to be exactly as you are, without constantly monitoring how it is landing. The second quality is warmth. And I want to be precise about what warmth actually is, because most people get this wrong. Warmth is not agreeableness. It is not constant positivity. It is not telling people what they want to hear, or laughing at everything, or bending yourself into whatever shape makes someone comfortable. That is not warmth. That is people pleasing. And people do not respect people pleasers, even when they enjoy their company in the short term. Real warmth is simpler and far more powerful. It is genuine interest in another person. It is the quiet assumption that the person in front of you has something worth knowing. It is approaching people without an agenda, without needing them to be a certain way, without performing for their approval. Here is the psychological truth underneath this. Human beings communicate through far more than words. Studies consistently show that the emotional state you carry into an interaction is transmitted to the person you are with, often before a single word is spoken. If you are tense, they become guarded. If you are warm, they open. If you are genuinely interested in them, they feel it in a way they cannot explain. They just know this person actually wants to be here with me. And that feeling is magnetic. So when you talk to someone, try this. Before the conversation starts, make a quiet internal decision to find something genuinely interesting about this person. Go in curious. Go in without needing anything from them. Go in with the genuine intent to give the interaction your real attention. That internal shift will change your entire energy, and they will feel it. Warmth also means being honest. Not brutal, but real. If you do not agree with someone, say so respectfully. If you do not enjoy something, do not pretend you do. If you genuinely like something about a person, tell them directly without overdoing it. honesty delivered with care is one of the most bonding things one person can offer another. It signals that you respect them enough to be real with them. And people trust those who are real with them far more than those who are perpetually agreeable. The third quality is groundedness. This is the one most people skip because it requires the most internal work. And it is the one that separates men who are merely pleasant to be around from men who are genuinely compelling. Groundedness means you have a centre. You know what you believe, you know what you stand for. You have standards you hold to without needing to announce them. And when someone pushes against that centre, you do not collapse. You do not get defensive. You do not people please your way out of the discomfort. You simply hold your ground with calm and without apology. This quality communicates something that no amount of social technique can replicate. This man knows who he is. That certainty, that quiet self-possession is felt immediately by everyone around you. It does not require you to be loud or dominant or impressive. It just requires you to be clear about your values, clear about your perspective, clear about where you end and where you are willing to bend and where you are not. Groundedness also means you do not need the approval of the room to feel okay about yourself. You are not scanning every face for signs of whether you are landing well. You are just there, fully in the room, present with the people, not performing, not seeking, just being. And paradoxically, that absence of need is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. Because when you are not trying to get anything from people, they stop feeling like a means to an end. They feel like the actual point. And people can always feel when they're the actual point of someone's attention. Here's what I want you to take from all of this. The men who are genuinely magnetic are not the men who learn the most techniques. They are the men who did the most internal work. They built presence by practicing real attention. They built warmth by genuinely caring about people without needing anything in return. They built groundedness by knowing themselves deeply enough that external approval stopped being a requirement. These three qualities together create something that no social skills course can manufacture. They create a man who is simply good to be around, a man people trust, enjoy, and remember, not because of anything he did on purpose, but because of who he actually is. That is the version of yourself worth building toward. If this gave you a different way of thinking about how you show up with people, subscribe. Every week I break down the real psychology behind confidence, attraction, and human connection. No surface level tips, no manipulation, just the internal work that actually changes things. And the next video is going to go deeper into one of the three qualities we covered today. We are talking about groundedness, specifically what it actually looks like in daily life, how you build it, and why it is the quality that changes everything else. You will not want to miss that one. Stay subscribed.